Hello, this is your tutorial on how to upload your information to My Tax Digital. So once you have done all your digital record keeping and you want to upload one of your quarters, you go ahead and sign in to My Tax Digital, which you've already set up. If you need help on how to do that, see our previous tutorial. Once you have signed in, you can go ahead and click on the entity that you would like to upload your information for. In my case, I'm only one individual, so I'm going to click on this one. You might have a sole trader account, you might have another one. You should only have one individual here unless you're an accountant doing things for multiple people. So let's click on myself. Then on your home page, you want to click on business income. So in the business income section, you might have multiple of these lines if you're doing some property income or your own business. So click on whichever one is appropriate, whichever one you want to upload. I'm going to click on myself because I only have one. Right. And then you go ahead and click on obligations. Okay. You might have to select your mode and your calendar type. If you have to select your mode and calendar type, submission mode is here. Bridging is because we want to import figures. Select your industry, select your quarterly period type. So if you've always done it from the 6th of April, you use this one. If you're VAT registered, you might have to use the calendar period, but select your correct type. And then scroll down to obligations. So obligations is what you have to do, what you have to submit. And that is here. We have all your 4 obligations for this tax year. So the current one is quarter 1 currently. So I'm going to go ahead and open that, click on that. And then it shows me the tax year, shows me the mode, shows me the submission period. And it gives me an option to import my figures. Okay, it also gives me an option to just enter them here, which I can do, but ideally you want to import the figures that you have kept digitally. So let's go ahead and click import, and you'll click select a file. Now I'm going to click, if I've used the HTML tool, I can go ahead and click Making Tax Digital Calculator. Whatever name is your one, and I'll click open and click upload, and then it tells me sheet. So I've got to go ahead and click whichever sheet is correct. So I've got Q1, Q4, Q3, Q2, and then it says MTD upload Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. So I want to click the upload sheet for Q1. So let me do that. And then it's put in the numbers that I had on that sheet. This is just from our example that we did in the tutorials / in our seminars. So this is our income. You can choose to submit granular detail for expenses, as in break them out. And then you can click submit. Now, if you were not going to do the HTML, and if you wanted to do the spreadsheet tool, you can go in here, upload the Excel file that you've downloaded from Google Sheets, and select the correct tab. You're going to want to click the Q1 tab, right? And then it puts all of our income and our granular expenses in there. Or consolidated will be one figure. And you can click submit. And that is it. That is how you upload your digital records if you've used either one of our tools. I mean, even if you haven't used one of our tools, you can use your own spreadsheet system and enter your amounts in here. But if you're using a tool, then all the calculations have been done for you and you don't have to do any of the numbers yourself. Thanks very much and happy submitting.